Tori here. There's Tori. Connecting. There's some hearts. There's Tori.
Hi, Chris.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. Where are you these days?
I am in Clifton Park, so I'm not far from Albany.
Not far. Yeah, Clifton Park. It's that way somewhere. I don't know.
Somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you doing there?
I live in my apartment. I'm not at Panera right now, but I work at a liquor store instead, so that's
No.
fun.
Are, so you're not working at Panera?
Not right now, no.
Yeah. So yeah, this is how naive I am about liquor stores. Apparently, they are essential. Like
Apparently we are.
yeah, I apparently, yeah, liquor stores are getting your wine is essential during a pandemic because I went there when all this was happening. I'm like, oh, I'll buy some extra, and then like just figuring they would close, but they didn't. I can go buy wine anytime.
Yeah,
Apparently, I mean, I really don't understand that how it's essential. I'm not a big wine drinker, but apparently it's
I don't get
essential.
it either.
So you're working like a lot of our students. Yeah, you have precaution. You're in the mask. You
I have a
curbside pickup,
mask.
all that kind of thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Do you have like a fancy designed mask?
Yeah, my grandma made me one. It's blue and it's got butterflies on it.
Thank goodness for grandmas. Hey, what's your project about?
So it's called Affection Connection, and it's based on the five love languages, which is
Oh,
a
we're talking about
theory.
love.
Yeah, love. It's a theory by Dr. Gary Chapman. He's like a marriage counselor guy and just was helping people figure out their relationships.
So we're not gonna do that today, are we? Because I don't know if
No,
I can go through that. That's like that might be too much for our audience. Like,
it's too much for 10 minutes.
yeah. So it's about figuring out a love What's a love language?
So basically, it's how we give and receive love, and he classified them as there being five. So there is gift giving and receiving, words of affirmation, physical touch, quality time, and acts of service. But like, you can apply these not only to like your significant other, but you can um, apply it to like coworkers and friendships and family. Yeah,
Can we apply it to Instagram? Because I see a lot of hearts flying on the screen right now.
probably.
Is there? Yeah. There's maybe we need a sixth one about Instagram love.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that a thing? So you made a game. So I get this image up here. So how does the game work?
So what you're seeing right now is the game board. And so there are five characters, and it's a little bit complicated when I try to speak it, but I have it written. So you have a spinner and you move around the board, and the goal is to get to the center. But also, when you land on like a black dot, you pick up a question card, and it asks you a question about, how would you react to a certain scenario? And there's five options on there, each relating to a love language. And then whatever your answer is, you pick up a token that relates to that love language. And then once you reach the center, whatever you have the most of is your love language.
Okay. All right. So this other image here. Who are these characters? Are these?
Yeah, so those are my instructions, and those are the characters and the tokens.
Okay.
They do all have names. I forgot them currently. They are written down in my sketchbook. We came up with them one day in class. Um, yeah, and they're like, it's based off of like a 60s, 70s game show, which is why everybody's dressed this way, and there is a game show host.
Great.
Um,
Does he have one of those really? I remember from the '70s. Well, okay, I shouldn't say that because that'll tell everybody how old I am. The one host had this really long, thin microphone. This little tiny microphone at the top. It was really long. I don't know. It was very iconic of the time. His,
yeah, no, I know what you're
uh,
talking about.
that,
He
yeah.
doesn't have that, but I could definitely add that in before the real senior show. Um,
I think, yeah, maybe you should take on the persona of the game show host for the opening, for the reception,
I could.
and you could help the audience, find their love language.
Yeah, I definitely could do that.
So are a lot of students, some of them talk about, are there like a takeaway item in the gallery that we can I can take away a little note card or something about my love language. I can remember it.
Yeah, I was going to have, so on the back of every card that you play with is one of the symbols of the love languages. So I was going to have, five different options laid out, and on the back of it was just sort of going to be like a description of each love language,
Mhm.
so that, if one resonates with you more, you can take that, and it just kind of helps you know what yours is, what are they exactly.
Okay, good. So, so maybe you alluded to it or talked about like love is a big question, right? So, and maybe you found this book, but how? Like, is the was the book the entry point into this topic for a thesis, or was there some other thing that you were looking into?
So it was actually more so like my roommates. So like I knew this whole thing existed, but also, people react to things differently, and I'm a person who doesn't like hugs. So physical touch is definitely not my love language. But my
You're loving
roommates,
the pandemic, right?
yeah, yeah,
Social
my
distancing.
roommates love hugs. They just go for it. You can't fight it off. And that was very much something I was not into. I've grown to accept hugs from them, but
Okay.
that's sort of where the whole thing came from, me not liking hugs.
No. Anne Hobday is crying right now because the whole hugging thing and
Oh, yeah, yeah,
not being able to hug people, right? Yeah. So maybe after this whole experience, you'll be more open to hugs.
maybe.
Maybe I don't know. We'll see. Uh, so what else have you been doing during this time? Like we don't sit in class for 3 hours over
No,
Zoom.
we don't.
So you're working a little bit. Anything else that you've been doing that's different?
Um, Not really. I'm working. I'm fighting with the cat every day. Um, I've been taking pictures of mannequin legs for studio photo, so interesting things.
Oh, very good. I don't know. Anything else? So you're not hugging. You're not.
No,
You're keeping your distance.
definitely.
What else? What else do we need to talk about? So who is Dr. Gary Chapman again?
He developed the theory and he's a marriage counselor.
Married? Is he still around? Is he
I
still?
believe so.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, maybe for anybody listening, if you need marriage counseling, you can look up Dr. Gary Chapman. He can help you find your love language. I don't know. And so I'm going to put this out there to everybody. When we see you all in the fall at the reception, you're all going to have to just like rush at Tori and give her a hug, just gorilla
No,
style,
please
just like
don't.
hug her,
Please don't.
right, just in the moment. Sneak up behind her and give her a big old hug. All
You
right.
can, but I'll just stand there incredibly uncomfortable. It's fine.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. It was great to see you.
Yeah, you too.
All right. I'll see you next week, probably.
Yeah, yeah, probably.
All right. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.